Hi guys, Petridouche here, otherwise known as Digital27, which you will see if I type in game. Otherwise known as Cell, if you play Hearthstone against a extremely shit paladin, it's me. Yeah, today what we're going to do is go through the Tinker's Construct mod. This mod is awesome, and I've noticed that there are holes in like the literature for this mod. It's all well and good that people show you what to do with it, but there's nothing there that shows you how to start up. When I first started playing around with this mod, I really struggled to figure out why the hell my forge wasn't working. So just a few things before we start. You will notice that I don't have a roof. That's intentional because your forge can go as high as you like. I didn't want to limit myself by putting a roof on my little forge room here and then wanting to go higher with my forge. Secondly, you will notice that there is a 3x3 hole in my floor. I'm not trying to be obscure. That is intentional and that is absolutely necessary for this process of starting your Tinker's Construct forge. With my videos, I'm going to assume that you all know how to look up items in the Not Enough Items menu that you see here, and I'm also going to assume that you guys know how to use a crafting table. For me, when I watch YouTube like instructional videos, it really frustrates me to see them going through and crafting everything. It really confuses me. It gets a little bit too much, so I have all the ingredients that I need to show you how to start your own forge in my bag already. I will go through the basics of how to obtain these items here, but I'm not going to show you how to craft them because that's annoying. So to begin with, I will go through quickly the things that you're going to need before you start your process of building this forge. You're going to need lava buckets. I suggest at least getting about 5 to fill up your tank to smelt the ores and stuff that you put in your forge. Later on, if you feel like it's a lot of effort, I know, but maybe consider getting lava pumped in from the nether. So you have a constant lava source. Otherwise, I just have a mine shaft next to my house that I can go down and get lava from, which makes it, a bit easier than fluffing around trying to find lava. It gets a bit annoying, it's frustrating. You're also going to need, for a forge that is 2 blocks high, you're going to need 41 seared bricks. Now by seared bricks, I'm talking about these guys, the actual full block. For some reason, the material and the end product are called the same thing. They have a different item number, but for some reason they're called the same thing. You're going to need 41 of the end product of the full blocks, the seared bricks. That is to get a 2 high forge, and that is enough to sort of begin with. To make these bricks, you need to do 4 of these in a pattern like any other kind of brick. To make these, you need grout, right? So grout is a really simple recipe, really easy to obtain materials, but the killer here is that you actually need 164 grout to just make a 2 high forge. For each level that you want to go up, you're going to need another 16 of these blocks. It is a lot of materials, and like anything in Minecraft, it can be a little bit frustrating to get because, clay is sometimes hard to find, but it's absolutely worth it. This is so much better than your regular furnace, and it leads to opportunities to have fantastic weapons and also things that I didn't even know until recently, and I will go into that further in later videos. For now, this is just showing you how to set up your forge. So let's go through what we need. We need lava buckets, we need 41 seared bricks for our forge, so 164 grout. We're also going to need to make a tank, a drain, a controller, a faucet, a casting table, and a casting bench, which is going to require an extra 39 grout to make an extra 39 seed bricks. The total grout that you are going to need is 203 for a 2-high forge. Now, let's get into the actual making of the forge. You need to fill in your 3x3 hole with these seed bricks. I'm a little bit laggy and I don't know why. Hopefully it doesn't come through too much on the video, but yeah. And then get some more seed bricks and trace an outline around the forge, the hole that you just filled. You do not technically need these corner blocks here. I just like it. It looks a little bit more complete. At the front of your forge, leave a space for two things that you need to put there. Then carry on, go 1 block higher, and on a corresponding side, not the same side, leave a space for 2 extra items. Now this will be for your drains, and we'll just fill this in. Oops. Forever doing that. Okay. Now you need to make your seed tank and your smeltery controller. These go on the bottom floor of your forge. When it's working, when your seed tank and your smeltery controller is working, it will set on fire like that, so you have some kind of indication if you've done it correctly or not. If it doesn't, make sure that you've closed in all gaps, make sure that it's a 3x3 hole filled with the seed bricks. It took me ages to figure out that you actually need the floor to be seed bricks. I know that sounds silly, but like I said, there's no material that really teaches you how to do that, and I was at my wit's end for like 2 hours. Now, right click on your seed tank with a lava bucket to fill your tank. So you will see now when you go into the smeltery that these lines are red and that your lava tank is filling up, so it's pretty much half full. Eventually when it loads, this bar here will be filled with lava and you'll be able to see how much lava you have left. Okay, moving on. We need now our smeltery drains. Now the smeltery drains need to go onto the second level of your forge. It doesn't have to be, there are alternatives to this design, but for recording's sake and for ease, I'm going with this one. Now pop your smeltery drains so the small hole is facing out. It's really important that it is the small hole and not the big square hole that you will see on the other side. You have to attach these seed faucets to the drain hole. To do that, hold down shift and right click. Fantastic, that's easy. See, this is easy. Grab your casting table, your casting basin, and pop one of each underneath each drain. Now with any forge, it's very, you can do what you like to it. You can add more drains, which you will later. You end up having maybe 5 drains because you'll feel that you need them. As you're filling them up, you're filling up your forge really quickly, and you're trying to get as much material out as quickly as possible. I will go into detail about what each of these is used for once I have finished this tutorial. That'll probably be in my next video, because although we have now completed our forge, hooray, there's still a lot more that needs to be done before we can start using this efficiently. We need to look into the materials and new books that you get given. We also need to look into your patterns and how to make a tool forge, and then we'll go into how to craft using this mod. Like I said before, this mod is just amazing. It's just awesome, and it has such potential to really enhance your Minecraft world. Things that you wouldn't have thought about that are actually a part of this mod. Like you can make drawbridges, which is pretty cool. That'll be much later on in this little series that I'm doing. And things like a path that when you're running on it, you run faster. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to call it there for now. I really, really hope that that was helpful, and I hope that I filled that gap in the literature for this mod. I am going to continue on with videos. The next one will be what I feel like is the next step in this mod. If you enjoyed this video, please like and maybe leave a comment, because I'm very new to this. I'm by no means Minecraft or computer savvy, but I just wanted to do a little instructional video for the first time, try something out, try something new. I myself am very critical of people on YouTube, particularly with like instructional videos. Like little things piss me off, like hearing the mouse clicking or hearing them swallowing, or little like annoying habits that people have. So if you do have something that really pissed you off or really annoyed you about this video, I would love it if you left it in the comments. I'm one for constructive criticism. I think it's going to be very helpful. And yeah, later on we will venture away, if I get enough sort of support, I guess. We'll venture away from this mod, and another mod that I am very interested in at the moment is genetics. We've built a sort of an adaptation of Cerebro from X-Men, if you remember. So that'd be really, really cool to record in there. It looks fantastic, and we'll go through the genetics mod with you guys. Just to wrap up, we're playing on a Horizon server through the Feed the Beast launcher. There are other people on this server, but they're very good friends of mine, and maybe later on, if you guys like this, we'll get them on here to show you some of the stuff that I am absolutely terrible at. Just like these guys are terrible at this. They have no idea what they're doing. So, give us a like, give us a subscribe, chuck us a comment. I really appreciate it. And